Hey guys, I know we haven't talked in a while, have we? And that's not entirely true. I did post a Halloween video just recently, and I do have my Christmas video coming out. But I had to go see this movie. It's a Marvel movie, and you know me, I'm a Marvel fan. Even though that people are touting this as like the end of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it is getting a pretty low score. I don't think it's getting as low as the Eternals got. But it is a low point in this Marvel movie franchise. But you know what? Hey, I don't care. I really don't care. I'm enjoying these movies, but if these movies didn't exist, my comic books still exist, and I'm still going to enjoy that Marvel universe, just not in movie form. But while it's here, I'm going to enjoy every single movie that's coming out, and that's the reason why I'm here tonight. And just on a side note, guys, take a full advantage of these reward programs that these movie theaters are giving to you. Tonight's ticket to go see this movie is on Cinemark. I was just on their website, and I noticed I had accumulated enough points for a free movie pass. That's they're paying for my movie, so I'm going to pay for popcorn and a drink tonight. It's my cheap date out, just by myself. That's what I'm going to go see, is Marvel's movie. And I'll be right back in just a few seconds to let you know if the Rotten Tomato, if the general public is absolutely 100% correct about this movie, or just tired of Marvel movies and they're just kind of being mean about them. But I'll let you know. I'll give you my honest opinion. I'll be right back in just a few seconds to let you know what I think about Marvels. All right, in just a few seconds. See you later, guys. Bye. Well, I just got done watching the movie. Yeah, I can see why people would complain about this movie. And we'll get into it. Let's just go over the plot real quick. For some reason, in the beginning, we met this kind of, it's like Kree General. She's kind of looking like a Ronin kind of like a character. She's even got like the universal weapon that Ronin had. Just strangely enough, less makeup than Ronin was wearing. But so she has, in the beginning, she looked like she had this like really large beef with this like Skrull encampment, and so she made it her business to get rid of that encampment. And you know, we further learned throughout the plot that she needs that for her own race, for her Kree race to inhabit. So she's kicking out the old for her race to inhabit the new, right? That's only part of the plot. Later on, we find out it's not this inhabitant she's after. She just has this really large beef with Captain Marvel. And that's kind of the whole plot. She is the villain of this movie, and Captain Marvel is the opposite side of that coin. The complications that come into this story are that there are two other Marvels that we have to worry about, to pay attention to. And the reason why this is explained in the plot is that our Kree General kind of like sets up this like light force field around herself when she's in like close to Earth, and all three of them come in contact with that, and it's got some kind of like property where it can change or switch locations. It's like a teleportation device, essentially. And that kind of binds our three heroes together and makes them work cooperatively. So half this movie is them figuring that out, where they keep on switching back and forth between battle and between residential life. And then we finally figured it out, and then the other half of the film is us trying to work cooperatively and learn how to work cooperatively to get to be this Kree General, right? No, that's essentially it. I can go further into the plot, But it's not really necessary, to be honest with you. It really isn't. And that's the fatal flaw of this movie, and that's why I'm probably going to give it, I don't know. A 65 sounds really good right now. It's sounding logical to me. Maybe I'll talk myself out of it, but here's my fatal flaw of this movie is it just seems like it wants to pull from this MCU mythos that is already built into its system, right? This movie is pulling from different sources. It's pulling from the Captain Marvel movie we saw years ago, set in the 80s. It's pulling from the WandaVision television show with the Photon character. It's pulling from the Ms. Marvel television show. It's even pulling from like the Secret Invasion with the Skrulls, right? And it's pulling from all that. We were supposed to be invested in all that because we've been watching all that stuff. Well, I got news for you. We haven't. We haven't been watching any of that crap. At least I haven't. Let me speak personally about this. I started watching the Ms. Marvel, the television show. I had to tap out. It didn't interest me. I watched one episode of The Secret Invasion and I tapped out because it didn't interest me. There's a lot of these, like, in the Marvel, the Ms. Marvel, I'm sorry, the Captain Marvel movie really wasn't my cup of tea. It wasn't my favorite Marvel movie out there. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. And that's the fatal flaw, is like a house built on like sand it'll crumble, right? And that's exactly what happened in this movie. Is that it didn't have a firm foundation. It was asking us to care about all this stuff in the past to make this stuff relevant, and it didn't work that way. It did not work that way at all. In fact, it kind of worked opposite for me, and it made me not care about this movie. Well, 65%. It made me care 65% about this movie, and the other 35%, it wasn't. I just didn't care. I didn't care. It had its cute moments. It had its good moments to it. I liked Kamala's relationship with her family, which was in the television show, which I profess I didn't complete. I didn't finish. I liked some of the moments with Kamala in it. There's a moment where they're in like on this planet. The only communication they have is singing. So they're like singing this like festive song, and Kamala's just dancing to it, and she's having a great time with it. I really enjoyed that moment of it. I liked her character. And there are a lot of like moments in this movie that I'm like, yeah, that actually works, but a lot of it didn't. Even conclusion was very anticlimactic. It didn't have the punch that I wanted it to have. 65% is the best I'm going to give this movie. Now, here, spoiler alert, all right? I'm going to talk about the mid-credit scene. Now, there isn't an after-credit scene, so if you don't want to stay, I stayed. I don't mind. But the mid-credit scene, which I'm going to talk about right now, it ties the X-Men to this Marvel Cinematic Universe. Finally, we get that tie. We get that signature tie that we've been waiting for. That's all I'm going to say. Well, I could say it's a minor character that we've met in the other universe, in the Fox universe. It is Beast. It's a different character. In fact, I don't even know who was playing it because it was highly CGI'd. But we get to see that character in the big credit scene, and it was cool. I enjoyed that almost as much as I enjoyed the rest of the movie. Just that, like, the 30-second segment. Well, maybe a 3-minute segment. Okay. I don't know. I was just talking now. 65 is the best I'm going to give that movie. Guys, that's it. Like I said before, my budget is extremely limited now, so maybe I'll talk to you about rentals. But other than that, guys, I do wish everybody peace. Monte. I will talk to you guys later, and goodbye. See ya.